All right. Welcome to our yin practice. I'm going to get you to come down and start right into a tabletop position. So stack your knees underneath your hands. You're going to need some blocks for this session. Let me grab my blocks. So this is yin for our sides, our side body. For those of us that just did the core, um, we're going to need this and we're going to appreciate this. So stretching the side of the body. We did our lower body the week before. We did our upper back and our shoulders last week. So now I'm focusing on the sides. So I want you to sink your heels, your glutes all the way to your heels. Just sink your glutes. Keep your hands exactly where they are. Bring your big toes together. Now keep a block close by. And then drop your head down towards the ground. You're going to slide your hands towards the back of your body and then bring the back of your hands down onto the ground. You're going to round your shoulders and maybe walk the knees a little wider out so that your shoulders or your upper arms can rest right onto your legs. Your shoulders can round. Now, if the head doesn't get down to the ground, that's what we have these blocks for. So bring the top of where your hairline and your forehead kind of meet so that you're not cutting off your nose and you can breathe. So settle in here into your child's pose. So we're stretching our back muscles here as we come into the mat. So the classic pose. This is a great pose to start a yoga practice with because it's very calming. So let's start to get centered with our breath. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale everything out. Now feel the expansion as you inhale. And feel gravity pulling you down as you exhale. Do one more big breath. And then don't force anything. Just let your body get heavy. So with yin, we want to let go of the muscles. We want to get past the muscles, give them a vacation so that we can get into our fascia, our connective tissue. So maybe you set an intention for your practice this evening. It could be something as simple. It's simple, but it's powerful as I'm going to stay connected to my breath. I'm going to stay connected to my inhales. I'm going to maintain a presence. I'm going to dedicate this half hour just for me, not for my past, not for my future, not for my to-do list. It'll all be there. So I chose child's pose to open because we just did so much core work. I need that nice flexion for the spine, extension for the shoulders. And slowly draw your hands back up towards the front of your mat. Now you might have to move the block out of the way. Not might have to, you will have to move the block out of your way. And walk your hands far up in advance in the center, and then walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Keep your glutes and keep your heels anchored. We want the stretch to come to the side body here. So are you holding on to tension? Inhale, calm. Release tension. So we find the stillness in our body, find the stillness in our physical body, quiet down our breathing, and find the stillness in our mind. And slowly just lift your head a little bit. You're going to walk our hands or slide your hands across your mat to the other side. And let's stretch this side of our body. Focus on that expansion of your back when you breathe in. Walk your hands back up to center. And then slowly lift your head. Lift your hands. Just going to drop over to one side onto your glutes. Hang out here for a second. So I'm going to come to the long edge of the mat just so that you can see me at the front. So I'm going to take my left leg and I'm going to bring it parallel. Grab your block parallel to my mat. Back leg is going to be so parallel to the front of the mat. Back leg is parallel to the end of my mat. So back. We're going into a twisted deer, but we're not going to get there very fast. So make sure both sit bones are nice and connected to the ground and connected to the earth. And then start to twist towards your front knee. So bring your block over to your left side. And then walk your hands out. Bring your chest down to your thighs. If it fits, drop your head down to the ground. Press yourself back up. Walk your hands towards your knees. Now bring your hand on the outside, so the outside of your thigh, that left thigh, and walk out. Maybe you bring the block down and you're twisting down. We want to see if we can keep the sit bones down. But I like to walk cross my arms over top of one another and bring my forehead down to the ground. So we're twisting here. One, we've got lots of internal, external rotation going on for the hips, which is absolutely wonderful for them. But we've got this twist for our side body. So just settle in. Remember, find that twist. Maybe you're hovering up high. Use your blocks, right, to bring your forehead, to let your head relax down. Find your spot where you can settle in. It's like I was saying, a really nice hip opening, but adding that twist, we might also stimulate our digestive system. Helps to relieve any bloating. This will also soothe any lower back discomfort. Okay. So maybe internally repeat, I am enough. Right here, I am enough. And just let that statement sink in. Are you truly giving in to gravity? And start to peel your head up. Bring your hands back close to your body. You're going to bring your right leg just in front of that left leg. You're going to hug the right knee, hug your triceps, drop your head onto top of your knee. And breathe. And then we're just going to lift our head, straighten our spine. Bring your hands behind you with your fingertips pointing towards your glutes. Little half beach sit here. Take one more nice big breath here. Okay. Keeping that left knee bent, you're going to extend the right leg out long. And then you're going to bring the left foot to the other thigh. Grab your blocks, grab 2 blocks. We're going to stack each block on the outside of that leg. Your chest is towards me. Now I want you to turn your chest towards your foot and start to lean into it. Lean with gravity, lean with intention. Maybe the blocks slide a little closer. Okay? So we want to watch where the depth of the knee bend is. Maybe you have to bring it out a little bit. Forearms can rest, or the arms can come down to the ground. Whatever feels good for you. So for those of us that have those super, super tight hamstrings, really be careful how much straightening of that long leg you're doing. Maybe you can also wrap your hands under the leg of your hands underneath that leg, and then use it to draw yourself down. That just keeps a little bend and helps us from hyperextending into that hamstring. And let everything go. Now, feel free to stay exactly here if this feels good for you and you're sinking in. Otherwise, we're going to extend the right arm and it's going to come down towards my foot. And then the left arm is going to come up and over so I can get that side stretch. Soft through that knee. We're not going to be here for really long. Take one more breath. Bring the top hand back down alongside and then sink back down. Can you bring your forehead towards your knee? And slowly walk your arms up. And we're going to sit the spine up nice and tall and extend both legs that may feel a little stiff straight out in front of you. Find your sit bones. Bring your hands just down by the side of your body. Roll your shoulders back and down into staff pose. Nice and tall spine. And then here, feel the connection of what we just put our body through, what we just did. Couple more breaths. Right, bring the soles of your feet together and just bend your knees a tiny bit. Grab two blocks. You're going to bring, you're keeping a long butterfly shape, a long, long diamond shape. We're not trying to bring the heels towards our pelvis. I want the legs long for this one. So bring your blocks and bring them either under your thighs, under the knees, underneath the shins, just so that your legs are supported. Now your arms have a couple of options. You can slide your hands just down the center of your body and bring your hands to touch your feet. Drop your head down, let it hang down into the ground. Or you can bring your hands underneath your shins and then to the tops of your feet, to the tops of your ankles, and settle in into your long-legged butterfly. So really allow, you can let that back round, let it round, forward fold. Let your head hang low. Now, if you really don't like that head hanging low and freely, grab another block. Sometimes you need 4 yoga blocks. This time would be 3. Bring your forehead on top of the block. Here we really want to let go. We want gravity. So as you let go and as you sink in, you may see that your feet come apart. This means that we're not using our muscles, which is what we don't, which is what we want to do. We want to use gravity. So another flexion on our spine, but this is a really nice way to stress our back without requiring loose hamstrings. And let's find some quiet and some stillness. And slowly start to unravel, but slowly, slowly, slowly. So we lift our head, we slide the arms back. We're going to move any blocks that we have. You're going to bend the knees and bring the soles of your feet wide. Bring your hands behind your glutes. And then drop both knees to the left. And then bring them back up. Drop both knees to the right. It's a little windshield wiper for the hips. We'll do one more on each side. And then we'll bring the knees back up. You're going to walk your feet in line and then find your sit bones. Bring your arms underneath your hamstrings, underneath the back of your legs, and wrap your arms around yourself. Drop your forehead down into your knees, into your thighs. And even though we're wrapping, can you round your shoulders away? Let the knees soften. Let the toes soften. And then we'll peel up of that. All right, we're going to go for our deer on the other side. So right leg comes parallel to your mat. Left leg comes along the side end of the mat with your foot flexed. Block comes to the right side of your body. So we're just going to start to hinge first. Not so much stuff here. Onto right over top of the knee. So bring your hands down, kind of like you're doing a little push up. Walk your hands down. Keep your sit bones grounded. Drop your head towards the ground, towards your thigh, towards your knee. Then bring it back up. And if that felt good and you say, hey, I want to hover right there and I want to hang out there, do that. Otherwise, twist a little bit more so the hands come to the outside of that front thigh. Twist, find your block so it's handy. But you can stack both arms over top of each other and sink down. And again, nowhere to be, nothing to do. And sometimes it's not about just being nowhere to be. It's no one to be. We don't have any roles. We don't have any responsibilities. It's us, our breath, and our mat. So truly get heavy for our last few breaths here. Totally give in to gravity. Then start to peel up your head. Bring your hands back closer towards your body. And we're going to keep that right leg exactly where it is. We're going to bring the back leg forward so you're in a half seated position. Find your sit bones. Wrap your arms around your butt, around your front leg, and drop your head down. And we'll lift our head and lift our legs. We're going to take that front leg and we're going to extend it nice and long coming into that straddle. So you can grab your blocks. You're going to have 2 blocks on each side of the leg. If you do have 3 blocks, always nice maybe to use one to bring the leg up a little closer. Now I want you to turn your chest towards that long leg and then start to walk down and then round your back and fold. Maybe you don't get as one side, maybe one side's tighter than the other. Maybe both sides are super flexible, but I want you to forget the flex. Just give in. Okay. Remember those hamstrings. Maybe we want to keep a small bend in it. Maybe the hand comes under it. Both hands stack underneath, interlace through it. Now remember, I'm just a guide here. So if you want to stay right here, stay right here. Otherwise, we'll go for that little side stretch. So extend the right hand down by your toes. Right arm comes up over using that shoulder rotator cuff and sink down to side. So feeling that stretch more at the side of the back, across the body. Don't hang on. My arm is heavy. My head is still heavy. Hips are soft. Ankle is soft. Take a few breaths there. Like we did on the first round, we're not there for very long. And we'll lift the arm back up. Drag it back, bring our chest back in a line and sink back in, rounding that back. For a few more breaths. And then slowly start to peel yourself back up. We're going to extend both legs out in front of us nice and long. Come long on your mat so you've got full use of your mat. So we're going to be sitting onto our sit bones to start. And then bring your hands up towards the sky, bend the elbows and grab your elbows with both hands. Now using that core you just developed, roll down your spine. Bring your hands down to the ground. Now, keeping your hips where they are, slide your hands and your shoulders over towards the left side of your mat. And then walk your feet to the left side of your mat. If you want, you can cross your right ankle over your left side. We're going in to make ourselves a little banana here. Breathe out the left side of the right side of your body. Soften your eyes and soften your cheeks. Soften your jaw. And your banana shape is only as deep as your hips still stay grounded to the earth. Your ankles are crossed. That's going to give you a little stretch on that upper IT band. And regardless if they're crossed or not, the entire Banasana is going to give us a deep stretch right from your armpits, right down to your legs and those obliques, which we just worked out. And then we're going to uncross our legs, or if they're not crossed, just bring them back to center. Bring the upper body back to center. Keep your legs nice and extended. Take a couple of breaths here, maybe feeling the pulsations in our lower back. And then we'll slide the elbows and the upper body to the right side of our mat. Then we'll take the legs over. And again, that option of crossing the ankle over top, entirely up to you. Keep the hip center grounded. Breathe through the left side of your body. Again, soften. Soften your hips. And then uncross the legs, bring them back to center. Bring the arms back to center. Bring your arms down alongside your body. Walk your feet a little wide, maybe as wide as your mat. And if your feet fall, whichever way they want to fall, let them fall. Bring your hands up towards the sky. Pick up your shoulders. Bring your shoulder blades down. Sink into the vital, most important part of our practice, our Shavasana. So let yourself truly, truly, truly sink and melt and just surrender. Slowly make some movements with your fingers and your toes. And make some bigger movements with your wrists. So make some nice circles one way. Go the other way. Reach your arms overhead, point your toes long, bring your legs in extension. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Maybe a stretch and a yawn. And roll yourself over to one side using your bicep as a little pillow. Bring your knees up towards your chest. Oh, yeah. When you're ready, use that upper arm. Bring yourself up to a seated position. We'll bring our arms up towards the sky. We'll join our fingers and our thumbs. We'll take a nice big exhale. Bring your hands down to your heart center. Bow your head. Thank yourself for giving yourself this time to practice for your health. And may your heart be light and happy. And may your smile be big and wide. Namaste, everyone. I hope you enjoyed yin for our side body and back.